Maple TA Lesson 11A, question number 7. This one is asking to graph the following systems of equations to then find the solution. So the first thing I'm going to do is change these to slope-intercept form, or y equals, so that it looks like a function like f of x, which is what we did in the last unit. So this first one, negative x, oops, sorry, my computer seems to be going a little slow. Just typing it in, negative x plus y equals 1, and then we want to solve for y. So I want to move everything from this side that is not y to the right side. To do that, negative x to get rid of this, we need to add it. So we're going to add x to this side, and if I do that to one side, I need to also do it to the other side, so I need to add x here. So on the left hand side, negative x plus x is 0. 0 plus y is y, so I'm left with y equals, and sorry, 1 plus x, I could do that, but since slope-intercept form has the x first, I'm going to put the x out in front, but because when you add, you can add in either direction, it doesn't change the values here, so x plus 1. All right, I think I sped up my computer. So the next one is going to be negative 2x plus 5y equals negative 10. Again, we want to solve for y. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides to remove it from the left-hand side. So negative 2x plus 2x is 0, and 10 plus 2x, or negative 10 plus 2x is negative 10 plus 2x, but I want the 2x to go first. So on the left-hand side, I get 5y equals 2x minus 10. And then to continue solving for y, because I have 5 times y, to remove that I need to divide everything by 5. And I can either divide the left-hand side and the right-hand side by 5, or that's just dividing every single term by 5. So on this side, to show my work, I'm going to copy this and just paste it down below. If it'll speed up, there we go. So then I'm going to divide by 5 here, divide by 5 here, and then divide by 5 here. And then 5 divided by 5 is 1. I think I'll just copy and paste that again. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times y is y. So on the left-hand side, I have done what I wanted to do, which is solve it for y. And then this 2x divided by 5, I'm just going to rewrite it as 2/5 x, and negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. And then I have these in slope-intercept form. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to go find how to graph this one. I have the y-intercept here at positive 1. So I'm going to go from here on the y-axis. Remember, it's the tall axis. Here is positive 1. And then I have a slope of 1. And to graph slopes, it's rise over run. So from this point, that means I need to change it to like a fraction, and because it's a whole number, I can put it over a 1 and not change the value. So it's actually 1 over 1. So from here, I'm going to go up 1 and over 1 and try and get it as close as possible, but I know it's not going to be perfect. All right, okay, so that's our first one graphed. And the next one, I have a y-intercept of negative 2. So I'm going to come down here on the y-axis and go down 1, 2 to negative 2. We're gonna get it in there. Oh, I have to tell it to graph again. There we go. Negative 2. And then I have a slope of positive 2 over 5. That means from here I need to rise 2 and run 5. And I can go here, or I can go down 2 and run 5 this way. Either way, I will get the exact same line. Try and get that in there close. All right. Okay. So now I can answer this first one. What type of system is this? Inconsistent means that I have two parallel lines that will never, they'll never intersect, and so there won't ever be a solution because there will be no intersection right there. Independent means that they cross, and this one does. So that one's good. And dependent means that they're the exact same line, or they're the same, they look like the same formula, the same equation, and so they intersect at every single point along the line. So we have infinitely many solutions. So this one I have independent. Now it's asking for our solution, and we're gonna just kind of have to guess over here. Or I can just, because it goes down one, over one, I can continue, and I can see mine's off just a little bit. So it should be going through this point right here. If I wanted to delete that guy, I think this one, let's try doing that just a little better. Maybe it'll help us out. One, and then up one, over one. Maybe if I get those really close, it'll help us. Nope, still not going through. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if I was doing this by hand, it would be much nicer, because I'm going to go down one, over one. I know I go through this, these corners here, this corner here, this corner here. So it should be going through here. The way I did that was, can I move this guy? I didn't realize that. There we go. Just a little bit to help show that it goes through there. There we go. Well, close enough. You see that it goes through right here, which is the point -5, -4. So -5, -4. Now the reason I know that is my slope here is 1 over 1. So I'm going to be going every one up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. That means every single one of these needs to be going through these corners, because that is where the points are, and because it's not perfect, you can see it's off, and that's why it's not showing it just right. So try and get in there again. There we go. So you can see that I can go through this corner, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and the reason I can go down 1 over 1 is -1 divided by -1 is +1, and that gives us the same slope. Same with this one, because this was a little further apart from each other, this one was a little easier to go through, but we could go down 2 and back 5, and that'll tell us where that is as well. Just to make sure, let's go ahead and do the how did I do, so that we can have that confirmation and move to the next problem.